Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by my channel. This is Beauty by Chuchi. Let me just start off by saying I could not wait to film. I have missed filming so much. It's only been about 2 weeks. Oh my goodness. 3? But anyway, this is just a busy time of year with the holidays and work. But today I wanted to make sure to film no matter what because I've just missed it so much. I was watching Desi Perkins on Snapchat and she had this kind of like bronzy smoked out liner with I believe it was a nude lip, and I fell in love with that look. So I wanted to give it a try and see if I could recreate the look. So this is my version of the look that Desi did. She's gorgeous. Her makeup skills are amazing. One day I hope to be like her. I'll work my way up to that. So if you'd like to see how I created this look, then please keep watching. The first step is primers. You've seen me do this before. I'm going to use the Benefit Porefessional on my nose and sides of my nose. I like to tap that in because I just feel like it helps to conceal the pores better. And then I use the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer on the rest of the face. You want to make sure to rub that in very well. Then for the under eyes, I'm going to use the NYX Dark Circle Corrector, and I just like to pack that on. Make sure you concentrate that on the darkest parts of your under eye. Then I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This was my first time using it, and I absolutely loved it. It was so easy to blend out. I'm going to put that underneath my eyes in a triangular shape, and I'm also going to bring that up on the sides of my nose a little bit. That'll help with the contour. It's going to slim out the nose. I'm going to put that on the bottom of the nose because I tend to get some redness there. And yeah, I have a little bit of a moustache going on, so I covered that up. And you're going to put that on your chin, in between the brows, and a little bit on the forehead as well. And I also like to put some underneath the brow. I just feel like it helps to highlight the brow bone better. And then I put it on my eyelids to act as a primer. For this part right here, I didn't want to edit it because I wanted to show you how easy and how fast it was to blend out this concealer. This is now my new favorite concealer ever. So I tapped it out on my under eye area with my finger, and then I just blended everything out with a damp beauty blender on the rest of my face. Before I forget, let's put on some chapstick to get the lips ready. And I'm going to set my under eye area with my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in Translucent. I'm going to pack it on underneath the eye and then just give the rest of the face a light dusting, only in the areas that I put concealer. And then I just go in with a powder brush and just brush off the excess powder. I'm also going to lightly dust some of that powder on my eyelids just to set the concealer so we don't have any creasing going on. Now I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal True Match powder and just bronze up the face a bit. This is not contouring. We're just bronzing up the face, adding some color. So I start with the cheekbones, and then I'm going to put a little bit on my chin, jawline. Make sure that you blend this out very well. You're going to put this on your forehead, also along your temples, and yeah. Try to pull back your hair so you don't have the difficulties I was having. And then I'm going to flatten out my brush and put a little bit of that on the sides of my nose as well, just for a nice soft contour. And then I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. This is what I'm going to use to actually contour and chisel out the cheekbones. So do the kissy face if that helps. And I like to focus the contour in the back, like more towards my ear. But I do also like to drag mine down pretty far up to the front. Now I'm going to use a blending brush, and I'm going to take a pale pink, or you can use a nude, just translucent powder, whatever works for you. And I'm just putting that on the eyelid just to further set that eyelid, and it's also going to make everything easier to blend out. With the same blending brush and my L'Oreal True Match powder, I'm just going to go in and give a light dusting in the crease just to act as a soft transition shade. Next, you're going to pick up a darker brown. I kind of like it to be like a reddish brown. You're going to focus that on the outer edge, but you are going to drag that in through your crease. All of these steps are just with a normal blending brush. Mine is by Japanesque. Don't forget to fan that out towards your brow at the outer edge. And then I'm going to take a black eyeshadow on a angled liner brush, and I'm going to start to build a wing. Take your time with this. It doesn't have to be too precise because we are going to smoke it out. You can bring it in 2/3 of the way, or you can bring it in all the way. It's really up to you. Now with the cut crease brush, I'm just going to blend that out softly. The reason why I chose the cut crease brush is because it has a little bit of a taper to it. So it's going to concentrate on the black, but it also blends it out ever so gently. You're also going to want to drag that in slightly into your crease. For the gel liner, I used my Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner in Black is Black with the same angled liner brush. I did mine off camera, but all I did was do a wing on the top, and then I lined my lower lash line. And then using a smudger brush, I'm just going to smudge that out on the lower lash line. Then you're going to want to pick up a orangey peachy shade, and you're going to further blend out the top wing, the top liner that you applied. Because we used gel, we want to blend it into the black eyeshadow that we had already applied underneath, and then you use that same color to smoke out the lower lash line as well. Now I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera, but I used my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Ebony. For my waterline, I'm going to use a gold this time, a gold color. I absolutely love this color. All of my products will be listed down below, but I wanted to use a gold because I just thought it would add like a nice little pop, something different. Now with a nice shimmery shade, I'm going to pack that on in my inner corners. Pack it on as heavy as you want until you get your desired color payoff. And I'm also bringing that down underneath on the bottom lash line. Notice how I didn't bring my gel liner in all the way. The reason I did that was because I knew I wanted to apply some highlighter there to open up the eyes. And I'm going to use that same highlighter to highlight my brow bone, and then just take a clean blending brush and make sure that that's nice and blended. I'm going to curl my lashes and add mascara. I like to curl my lashes by starting at the base, giving it a few pumps, and then working my way up all the way to the tips of the lashes. And the mascara that I'm using today is the NYX Badunkadunk mascara. I'm just going to apply a few thin coats to prep my lashes for falsies, and while that's drying, I'm going to go into my NYX Butt Naked Underneath It All palette, and I'm going to use blushes number 1 and 2 on a big powder brush. I like to just tap that on to the cheekbones and then blend it out. For highlighter, I'm going to use the third highlighter in the palette and my Real Technique setting brush. I like to put a lot of that on my Cupid's bow, a bit on my chin, and go crazy with it on the cheekbones. Then I'm going to just use my finger to put a little ball on the tip of my nose. This is a nice trick for a nice nose highlight. Then I'm going to blend that out with my Real Technique setting brush and drag that ever so slightly up the bridge of my nose. Then I'm going to put a little tiny bit in between the brows and on the forehead. Don't go crazy because you don't want to look greasy throughout the day. And I'm also putting a little bit over my brows. The falsies that I'm using today are the Ardell Demis 120, and I'm using my duo glue. I like the white glue. I'm going to apply that off camera though because I could never do this on camera. I wanted to keep the lips nice and simple, but you can go dark and bold or even a fun pop of color if you'd like. But I decided to use Milani's Teddy Bear lipstick, and then I'm going to use the Kat Von D lipstick in the shade Celebutard. I'm going to focus that on the center of my lips, pack that on pretty well, and then just pat my lips together to blend everything out. To set everything in place, I'm going to use my NYX Matte Finishing Spray. And yes, I went a little bit crazy, as I always do, but this spray is absolutely amazing. And I forgot to do this before, so I'm just cleaning up my contour with some powder. I just tap it on and then brush it off. This nose highlight is popping today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you liked the look that I created, inspired by Desi Perkins. Don't forget to stay tuned for the next video. Give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram.